and welcome to Seneca College NLM200 MAA, Nursing, Leadership, and Practice. Supervised by Professor Nicole Van Dornick. We are the Starburst team, and this is our current issue, Measles Outbreak.
Once declared eradicated in the United States, measles outbreaks are rattling regions of the country again this year. There have been more than 200 confirmed cases in just the past few months, and many are in the Pacific Northwest, which prompted a state of emergency in Washington state. It's also led to renewed concerns about pockets of unvaccinated children there and across the country. Today, officials spoke at a Senate hearing.
Measles now a public health emergency with a surge of those infected across the country. The CDC confirming 101 cases since January 1st. The epicenter of the outbreak, Washington state, with more than 50 cases, most in Clark County, which has the lowest vaccination rates. About a quarter of kindergartners there aren't immunized.
I do have concerns that we'll see more numbers. It could get exponentially worse.
The threat so severe, some hospitals arming each entrance with security guards to screen visitors for symptoms of the virus, and state lawmakers considering a bill that would prevent parents from citing personal reasons for not vaccinating their kids.
A second confirmed case of the measles in Toronto. I'm Erica Natividad here at Vaughan Mills Mall, about 20 minutes north of the city, where public health officials say members of the public may have been exposed to the highly contagious disease. And while they're confident the immunization rate here is fairly high, with a rise in measles outbreaks, there is growing concern about how susceptible the population may be. Toronto Public Health is investigating the latest case, which involves an adult who acquired the infection in another country. They warned that anyone who may have visited Vaughan Mills Mall on Wednesday, March 20th, between 4 and 10 in the evening, may have been exposed.
It's very rare. Measles has been eliminated in Canada for many years, but from time to time we still continue to get cases that are imported from other countries, and that's why we have to continue to ensure that we maintain a high vaccination rate in residents in the city.
Anyone who's had 2 doses of a measles vaccine is considered protected, but most at risk are infants too young to be vaccinated, pregnant women, and people with weakened immune systems. The number of outbreaks is on the rise. In BC, there have been 21 confirmed cases of measles so far this year, the highest in any province. Meanwhile, down south in New York City, in the northern suburb of Rockland County, there have been 157 reported cases since October 2018. On Tuesday, the county declared a state of emergency, banning unvaccinated children from public spaces. The challenge with
In the coming weeks, our group will be able to answer what are the qualities of nurse leaders that are critical in this situation. What are the strategies that nurse leaders can utilize to address the measles outbreak? What are the steps of strategic decision-making throughout the phases of an outbreak? And here's what's more to come.
Far from the epicenter of the nation's largest outbreak in the New York region, Nurse Melody Butler is trying to convince anxious parents.
I know how susceptible people can be. Hi, my name is Melody Butler.
She knows because she herself was once afraid of getting the flu vaccine when she was pregnant with her 3rd child.
The things you had initially seen online, they seem legit.
They did. And even as a nurse, I was taken for a ride by them.
We need everyone to become a vaccine champion.
She's now on a mission to fight the myths, founding Nurses Who Vaccinate.
Number one myth is autism.
Yes.
What is the argument they make and what's the counter argument?
So the argument they make is that the vaccines given at 1 year age cause autism, but we have so much evidence showing that autism signs and symptoms can actually be present from birth.
And there's no link to vaccination?
Absolutely not.
Some parents worry even...
And here are the Starburst team members. I, Kimberly May Avendano, as the narrator. Lindsay Lanuza, Jinal Chaudhary, Sumanjit Kaur, and Shashikala Sanjeev.